All right, crew, welcome in. We are going to do Don't Starve today for our Saturday, and we are going to see if we can make it to winter again and survive. And survive 70 days. This is part of our Survive 70 Days series, which equals a year. We're in autumn. Last time was kind of disappointing. We made it all the way to winter. We had a great base camp. The penguins trapped us, and we didn't make it. So we had to start over, which is fine. Like I said before, when it comes to this game, this is a little bit like a roll of a dice, right? So we're going to keep trying, and we're eventually going to survive 70 days. So I hope that you hang in here with me to see if we can do that. So I'm going to meet you inside the episode, and we're going to try not to starve, crew. See you there. All right, let's get started. So we decided this is going to be our base camp. So we got to see what we got. We got food, the living log, pigskin. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. We got manure. So this is where our base camp's going to be, and I think we decided that this is where we're going to do it at. Now let's look it over and make sure there's nothing really insanely bad up here next to us. There's all these bees, but I feel like as long as we don't go up there and like antagonize them, I feel like that will be okay. Famous last words, right? But it'd be better than all the way up here by the graveyards and frogs. There's a pig up there. I think we're going to try it. Like I said, this game is a roll of the dice, right? So you're just trying to figure out the best strategy to survive. So I think this looks good, and I think we're going to try it. So, let's see if we can make, but we don't have any meat yet. Okay, let's plant the pine cones. First things first, let's plant these. Okay. That's our trees. Let's dig up this. Do we have a shovel? Yes, we do. Awesome. So let's dig these up. Let's get rid of this out of the way so we can actually kind of like build. We're going to build another fence this time. We're going to get started. We're going to get busy here. I don't want to dig it all up because I don't want to have to fertilize it all. We got to find the beefalo again. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant it right here. We're also going to make what they call an improved farm or a farm. So we can plant those seeds and get that food again. Going to go after gears. Hopefully we can find them in the tumbleweed. We'll see. The reason I didn't want to dig all that up is because I want to plant some berry bushes, and I don't want to use all my fertilizer just on this. I want to save some of it. And if the food goes bad, that's a good way for us to do it too. Let's see if we can make a chest. So boards, we need 3. Okay. And we need rocks, right? Okay. So Okay. So tell you what we're going to do. We're going to drop this right here. It'll stay because we're going to come back to it. And let's eat. We're making room in our pocket. Now let's go get some wood and stuff. Now, as long as we don't bother the bees, they will not bother us. A good rule of thumb about the bees, let's get the berries, is if you do want them, say, like for the honey, and you find a hive where, okay, let's make another ad. And you find a hive where there's not a bunch around, and you don't see like the red, like we did on the map. I'll show you. Oh. Let me pick it up or not. Let me show you. So these, if you can see these red with the yellow on top, these are the ones that you really don't want to mess with, to be honest. But if you see a normal hive like this and you only like see one or whatever, you might, with a hand bat and a football helmet, be able to, or, you know, whatever really good kind of armor you like to use, you might be able to do it with that. But you have to be careful because it's not just the little yellow bees that you're going to get, because that's what I thought at first too. It's, I made a spirit good. It's the big red bees that probably are like the queens and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind, that you're not just going to get like the little yellow looking bees. They're going to be different. We're just going to keep working. We need rocks because we need a permanent fire thing. So, and let's get some twigs because, you know, if we need to make other tools, we can do that too. And the flint. I don't know. This is just one of my favorite games. I like to play it. It's really not a survival game. So it's really an action-adventure game. And like I've said in the past, you're really supposed to do it so you like get to the door and you go through it. I think the premise behind it is that you're supposed to beat Chester. But now I've done it, but that's not the way I play. So if that's the way you play, that's great. It's not meant to be a, but I just don't play like that. I like to see how many days I can survive. I like to see what kind of seasons I can get through. It's fun to me. I mean, it is a lot of fun. Let's go up here and see if this is where we ran into the beefalo. Hopefully it is. We need to build some rabbit traps. You can build them in other places and then go back for them. It shows you on the map. So if it's close to your camp, you should be good. I don't want over there close to those, because I think that's where the red ones are. You usually can see the beefalo on the map, but I don't see them, and I know we found some. It might have been up this other way. We need some rocks. Also, in the way that I play my playthroughs, I don't let my sanity drop. I don't want to see shadows and things like that, because the shadows at night can get you too. So I don't want to see the shadows and stuff. If you make a top hat, it helps you with your sanity. You need silk for that, though, when you would get that from the spiders killing. There we go. There's what we need. I found them. And as long as, like I said, some of this stuff, like beefalo, things like that, are not aggressive. As long as you don't swing at them or provoke them. Now, beefalo are good if you want their wool and their horns for like a beefalo hat for the winter. Let's go ahead and build it. But don't do it in a pack. Like, don't do it now because they're all in a big pack together. Don't do it like that. That is not a good idea. There's lots of stuff that you can toast up and eat. Like those birch nuts. You can toast up these seeds since we don't have a farm yet. Just lots of stuff you can eat. That way you don't starve. I would keep grass and wood and stuff on you too at all times. That way if you get out and you're walking around and you are not at your base camp, we've got to find rocks. That's our objective right now. Rocks and more food. So then you have a way to make your fire and kind of wait for daylight. We could build bird traps too. Those are good. And then I think the birds would give you like the morsels. So I think it's like birds, rabbits give you morsels, moles give you morsels, and then I think it's like raccoons, turkeys, stuff like that give you the bigger pieces of meat. So that's always a good thing to keep in mind when you're playing the game. This is a really fun game. I've been playing this game, gosh, probably for 5-6 years. And I just play for fun. I always say I'm not an expert, you know. I don't know everything about it. Not an expert. I just like to play. You know, it's fun. And it's fun to learn, you know. Oh, I didn't know that, or, you know, oh, that worked. Okay, so I know that for next time. But I've been playing this game for quite a while. I got introduced to it through a friend at work that I used to work with, and they used to get in a big group and play it. And I'm like, what is that? You know, because I love games. And I'm going to pick some new flowers. Now, flowers, if you notice that your brain there in the corner is getting low, flowers are really good for your sanity. So you can even like make a headband of flowers and wear them. Let's keep these so we get the rot. Okay, that's fine. I didn't want to do it like that, but that's okay. And make a headband of flowers that helps your sanity. I'm just looking for rocks here. I'll take the cut stone. Well, yeah, I guess I will because we're going to need that later on down the road. I don't want my backpack to get too full because I want to collect what I need. Here we go. There's some rocks. Now this stuff, if it is the same thing, it does stack. So, and by stacking I mean it'll go into the same space as the other, so it'll stack. Like cut stone will stack with cut stone, and boards will stack with boards, and I call it stacking. So it will stack so that it doesn't take up as much space in your pocket, so you can get other things in your pocket. So let's just look for more rocks, but I don't think we're gonna find them up here. I'm just wondering if I put this on my preset. And I also know that this game went through an update, and it seems like they made the Reign of Giants a little bit harder since then. And I'm not saying that to make an excuse for why I haven't made it several times. I just really think they did, because I used to play Reign of Giants and it didn't seem like this. So, but that's okay. Every game's got to go through their different updates and different things. You know, you got to make the game improve so we can continue to play and get different things. Let's at least get wood. It's laying there, right? You see it? It won't let me have it. I saw it, but it wouldn't let me pick it up. That's okay. Let's just keep moving on. I recommend this one. Now, I do recommend Grounded. Grounded is, however, a survival game. And it is a lot of fun. We are currently playing through it on the channel. And we finished up the Hedge Lab, Pat and I, just recently. That is a really fun game. It's challenging and it's hard, but it is a really fun game. Now that's a true survival game right there. That is a true survival game. Well, guys, I don't see any rocks, so let's look at the map. Let's see if we see any anywhere on the map. We're gonna head back this way just to see if we can find any. Because I didn't, well, there's a bunch there, but that's where those hound mounds are, and I don't want to deal with those. Let's walk on back down towards camp and see if we can find any down this way that would be safer to get. Well, I guess the frogs don't bother you unless you try to bother them. So I guess I was wrong about that. But I thought they did, but I guess not. But you can kill the frogs. Just like I said, everything that, like the frogs, the beefalo, the bees, I guess be careful of the penguins. We found that out last week. Anything that's in a big group or herd, like the pigs, anything like that, I would not try to do anything with them if they're in a big group, right? Because I know it makes perfect sense, because they will gang up on you and you are only one, so you don't want to do that. Sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures, but I don't know if we would be that desperate. Okay, we made it back to camp. Let's see. Let's go. Well, let's build our fire. And then we can, let's see if we have enough for it. No, we don't. It takes 12. Man, this is going to be a hard thing to find, it seems like. Okay, let's build this one then. That's fine. And then, let's cut these trees down real quick for the wood. There's a turkey. These are a lot hard to get, but let's see if we can get them. And before we do, let's drop something over here out of our pocket so we can collect if we do get it. We need to make a chessboard. I'm just trying to gather up enough wood to get it done. And then we can store this stuff. Now we're going to continue our journey for food. Butterfly wings. Where'd he go? And for stuff like that. It's going to get dark though. We don't want to be out here without any lights. So we're going to go back. We got a lot to do. We don't want to burn our boards. But we can maybe cut one of these trees down because the fire will keep it bright enough. Let's make a shovel. Up at the tools. Shovel. And I would suggest just letting your beard grow. I know there are things that you can do with your beard if you cut it off. I suggest when you're in autumn, you just let it grow for the winter, and then it'll kind of keep you warmer. We need to make a thermal stone, which would take another pickaxe, and we need rocks, because I mean, we don't have to have the fire, the stone fire, but it is a lot better for sure. Okay, let's see if we can make a couple more boards. Like that. Oh yeah, let's just, I think we only needed one more for it. No, not a sign, darn it. It's okay, we can hammer it. I don't know what we would put on a sign. Ah. Okay, that's my bad. I did the wrong thing. It's okay, let's make the chest now. We'll get some more wood. My bad, I did the wrong thing. I do want to see what the sign is, though. What does this do? It says you are here. Does that do something for you on the map, maybe? I've never done this. I don't know. We're going to plant those. These we're going to store. Pigskin we're going to store. Oh, yeah, wait. We might be able to make our football helmet, though. Okay, let's see. These we're going to store, and we're going to get new ones. Because they will create the rot. Just in case we don't get any, you know, in case we can't just go back and forth for the manure. Same thing there. Alright, let's move. Let's store the cut stone. And that's good because we need to make an alchemy engine. So let's check into that. We do need the alchemy engine. Headstone, 4 boards. Okay, so let's go see if we can find more golden rocks somewhere and get some more wood. Let's eat. We need to eat. We don't want to... I mean, if we get desperate, we can eat the monster meat. But if not, we don't really want to eat it because it's not really that great. But if we need it, we can eat it. Let's get all this for sure. And let's put these petals in storage and get some new ones. I won't hurt anything, and then that way they can create the rot too for fertilize. And this is just so if we don't get over where the beefalo are, we'll have plenty of that stuff. There we go. And these butterfly wings are good because they'll heal you. Let's dig this one up. And let's get that started. We need to make a thermal stone, an alchemy engine, and we need to find stone. So that's okay. Let's do that now while we got daylight. Let's go look and see if we can find some more rocks. This is becoming a thing, huh? Okay, let's store some of this. This we're storing. These we can plant some more. I don't know why we can't find any rocks on this map. They're all up there, and I don't know if I want to risk that or not. Because that... I mean, I know we can get them. Well, we need... If we're going to do that, we need a football helmet at least. Let's see. Let's get the pigskin and see if we can make it. Okay. Let's see. It would be in fight, right? Oh, no. We need the alchemy engine. Remember? We could have the alchemy engine to make it. So, okay. So, stone's important. So we've wasted enough time. Let's go find some. Alright. And we need more food, too. So, let's get going. Let's look at the map. Maybe we could push out this way. Let's go. We've got plenty of wood and grass and stuff, right? Guess we have to build a fire. So I don't want to get caught without that. That'd be bad. Get the food too. And then we can dig up all the rest and make our other stuff soon. But let's make sure we got enough while we go looking around. We might have to go up there if we can't find it anywhere else. which that really bites because, like, that's going to be a battle up there. And I don't really have enough for the battle itself. Okay, we're good. But let's see if we pushed it this way, what happens. Really not been very many raccoons either. So I don't know. This was hard to find somewhere to camp too. So we'll see. Let's push it this way. Will it let you? Nope, is that a dead end, or can we go up this way? There's something across here, but we can't go this way. Maybe if we go further down. It's a swamp, and I'm willing to risk it if I can find rocks and stone and gold without having to deal with that hound mound stuff. If not, we may have to get a football helmet and just try to go at it with the spear. I don't know. Let's go over this way. I didn't see an outlet there. Let's go over this way and check it out. There's an outlet here, it looks like. Sometimes in this game, you just gotta really, really search. Because it's like, where can I go? Some of it, there's the turkey. I'll try this, but I want to be honest with you guys. These I'm not very good at getting. They run, you gotta hit them square in the eye, and they're really hard to get. And they eat your berries, so if you can get them while they're eating the berry. Ooh, rocks. Well, there's a rock in our camp that I didn't see. Alright. I didn't see that, did you guys? Well, there's one. But that's not gonna... Let's see if we can find any more. Well, I didn't see that earlier. Okay, let's camp here. Because we don't have a permanent fire thing yet anyway. Let's just keep playing. Oh. Watch out. Getting ready to burn the whole forest down. My oldest daughter always says, Mom, you really are good at this game, but you burn everything down. I don't do it intentionally. Let's roast the berries too. Or cook them. Now, the nice thing is if you start and follow the birch nuts, you can roast the birch nuts and eat them. And I like to do that because it gives me extra food. You can toast the seeds too, which I would go ahead and do right now because you're not really able to make a farm. So I just toast them for extra food. Especially if it seems like you don't have enough food, you know. Like the birch nut you can roast and eat. And the seeds you can just eat that the birds drop. You can just eat those. You don't have to roast them or toast them. But the birch nuts you do. You can't eat the birch nuts until you do that. So you want to keep that in mind. Okay, so this is in one of my early streams when I first started. Gosh, it's almost been 2 years ago. On my other channel, on the AdventureManiac channel, is I used to play all these games over there on the other side, and I have two now. I have a cozy and an adventure channel. But anyway, when I was over there streaming this is kind of a controversy that we had over there. This is something that I don't do. Why is the dial not turning today? There we go.
These, okay, let's talk about this. These lumpy evergreens here, these trees that look like this, I do not take the pine cones from these or plant them. My theory is that some of them give you a living tree, and I do not want a living tree in my camp, because they come after you, and there's virtually almost no way to kill these things. You could burn them, I think, and I think the living log does something, and I forgot to look it up, so I apologize. I think the living log does do something for you. Okay, let's collect some more grass. But I'm not sure. So just keep in mind, it's a theory of mine. I read it somewhere, that if it's a chance. I don't think that it'll happen every time, but there is a chance that you would get a living tree. We're gonna head and do this and collect some more grass. So just keep in mind that could happen. Well, we're a long way from home, I think. I need to look on the map. But let's just keep going and see what we can find. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is what we need, and there's no danger here. Okay, cool. We found something. Let's get it. Because we're going to need the gold, too, for the doodads. Okay, cool. Now, I don't see any of those birds. Those birds are easier to deal with than the hound mounds, so if you've got armor made and you've got a heck of a good weapon, those hound mounds are probably no big deal. But right now, we don't have that, so I don't want to get into that kind of conflict. Yes, we hit the jackpot. The birds you can kind of stay away from. The hounds, no, they're just going to chase you. Yes, let's get as much as we can here, because we really needed to get this. Sometimes if you just keep, being persistent with it, you can figure it out. A little more gold. I'm not going to use them all. I'm going to look at the map here to see where we are. Okay, we're good. And you also want to keep an eye on your twigs and your flint and stuff, because there's a lot of it here. Okay, let's look at the map. Where are we? Are we close to camp? We are. Okay. We are close to camp. Okay, we just pushed it down. Okay. Cool. What happens if we push down here? What's down here? Touch stone. Remember, that'll bring you back. I think it's like one time. And, you lose your sanity and things like that. But it's good to do. We need gears, but I don't see any. An extra spear, we can take that. I've seen if I can find any raccoons, but I don't see any. Alright, let's head back to camp and do what we need to do to get some of this made that we need, and let's eat something. Let's make our way back. That was good that we found all that, because I was starting to think maybe we weren't going to find any more rocks and stuff, but at least we know where it is now, so we know if we need rocks, we know where they are. But I think we got enough for now. We'll leave these in reserve, so if we need them later. I think, let's see, let's look at the map. We're going to go back up this way. Okay. Cool. And then if we get the touchstone, this is where it would bring us. We can come back and dig up these bushes and fertilize them too. No cocoons though, which is kind of disappointing, but it's okay. We've got spears. I need to make rabbit traps. This way. Yep. Cool though. It wasn't very far away. It just took me a minute to find it. That's alright. Alright, to put this monster meat away too. And we're going to make this fire pit now. Before it gets dark. And then we can do the rest of our stuff. So you don't want it too close to your trees. And you don't want it too close to your science machine. As you don't want to burn anything. But I think here will be okay. And now we've got a permanent one. Which means if you're in camp now, you're not going to need the grass and stuff. So that's good. Alright. Now let's make the alchemy engine. While it's dark. So that way we're doing something. And we'll go back and dig up the berry bushes. And we'll make a thermal stone and a football helmet. At least. And then we can go see if we can find some cocoons for the ham-bats. Or at least something. If we can find a pig on its own, we could try it. Okay. Alchemy engine. It's going to take 4 boards. Do we have enough wood? Nope. Okay. We can get some. Let's knock some of these down and then we can actually replant the pine cones and they'll come back. So let's do that. We can do it right here. And we got light and everything. And this is, you know, convenient when you need wood and stuff and you don't want to get out and, you know, like it's getting dark. You can just chop it here and then you can always plant it back. So it's a good tip too. When you make your camp to plant your trees and then you can always come back and like it'll, you see like we have got 10 pine cones and we can just plant them back. It's good for the winter too, you know, so you don't have to leave. So that's another reason. You don't need wood. And I wish you could like do your rocks this way somehow too. Now when the moon's a little fuller, it gives you a little more light to work by. And it's a little bit better. Or we're going to make rabbit traps too. There we go. See, we got more trees now. Okay, we're going to eat because we're hungry. Perfect. And then we are going to make the boards for the alchemy engine. I think we have enough now. I don't know how many we need. Let me look at it so I don't waste stuff. 4. Okay. I hope you're enjoying this series. I promise you we are going to get it. It's just we are going to get it. Just working at it. Okay. Now we go back up here and we need the cutstone, which we can get out of our chest. And then we can split this. Usually gives you that. Okay, never mind. And then we need the electrical doodads, which we can get And that takes stone too, so you need 2 of these. 1, 2. Now you should have enough to make it. There's your alchemy engine. Now you can make your hand bat, your football helmet. We can put it here. You're ready to go. Now let's go put up the extra stuff. I might need another chest. I don't know. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and make our football helmet. Now, let's see. We need the pigskin out of there, don't we? And then we're going to also make a thermal stone and put it away. So, let's do football helmet first. Okay, we need rope. Okay, now we're ready. Now we can equip it. And we'll keep that straw hat in case we need it, but we'll store it. Perfect. And then we're going to make another pickaxe. We're going to make our thermal stone. And that'll be in survival, I'm pretty sure. Now, we're going to see... Let's see how much wood we have. Okay, let's go get some wood, because we're going to need it anyway. And then we're going to come back and grass. And we're going to come back and we're going to make... another chest. And stuff like that. And we're going to eat. Gonna make some rabbit traps, but we got to get the grass first. Because they take grass. It's just a constant thing. It takes so much to make some of this, you know. Like the alchemy engine, the science machines, and all that. You just got to keep collecting it. Oops, wrong tool. And that's what you got to be careful of too. Making the wrong tool. But that's okay. We'll just not make any more and we'll go through those. It takes a lot of wood because the science machine takes wood. The alchemy engine takes boards. Every chest you make takes boards. So it just takes a lot of wood. And stone. Especially depending on what you want, you know. A lot of twigs, a lot of flint. Plus you gotta have the wood for night, you know, to build fires. So it just takes a lot. Okay, so let's go this way. Let's go back and see if we get enough to build another chest. And let's dig all this grass up and find the beefalo again here in a little bit. And let's fertilize it. Now we're cooking. And I don't think it takes very much. Oops, we'll have to come back and get that. To make rabbit traps. But we're going to collect all we see. So we don't run out. Another turkey. Now, I know you cannot make the hand bats out of this, I do not think. Because it takes the other... I don't know what we're going to do. We might not get a hand bat this time. We just might not. I'm not trying to go after a pig. Because that's just too dangerous. We need to make it this time. Stop fooling around. Okay, let's light a fire because it's going to be dark. And let's do survival. So let's do... Now you can make like the bird traps, but you got to have silk, which we might look into this time. Let's eat these. Well, we got to get some food going. So let's make... Okay, not too bad. Okay, so let's make one and lay it down. He's still in our camp, too. It'd be nice if we could trap him in here with us. And get him. And we're probably almost at the part where we're going to see more hounds. So if they come and we keep him in our camp... This is not going over the hole very good. There we go. No. It's not where I want it. Okay, I think that's good. They might get him for us. I don't know. Okay, food. Let's eat. Okay, we're good. Let's toast up these birch nuts, too. Oh, we need to put the thermal stone away, because if we get too hot, it'll take our health away from us. So, let's make another chest. You just kind of keep going with it. It seems like a lot, but it is a lot of fun. It's challenging. There's another one. I'm just glad they let you make storage chests, because without them, this would be a harder thing to do. So it's great that you can do this, because otherwise I don't know how she would do it. We can plant this and fertilize it. Certain things that you don't want to store, you know what I mean? But certain things you can store, and then if you... Yeah, told you, hounds. And I think we need to eat. We have butterfly wings, though. Okay, we're not going to eat it all. Hopefully we'll catch a rabbit. Let's make another trap. We cleaned out our backpack. Let's make another one. Yeah, they're going to be coming. I knew it. We'll just stand here. Now, we are going to make a fence. I don't think the fence made too much difference on, like, the hounds and the enemies and things like that. Well, we are going to make one because it did make a difference with the pigs and stuff, so. And other things wandering into camp. We're getting there again. How's that? We're just not going to do things that don't make sense this time. I really did not think the penguins being inside the camp and being fenced in with us would be a big deal. Normally it's not, you know. Is that it? Is the only one this time? Okay. So, I really never even dreamed that last time that would be an issue. You know what I mean? Like, I've done that before, and then they came after us, and I was like, well, that was not smart. But I didn't think much about it because I've done it before, so it never occurred to me that if well, I did swing at it, but it was not intentional. And I was like, well, that was stupid. But that's what I mean about this game. It's just you know, it's a roll of the dice. It's what will I get this time, and what will either help me or stop me, you know. Oops. Now these will get berries. So okay, now I tested this out a while back. I'm going to toast these while the fire's still going. And because I wanted to know for myself, let's go find some more food and wood and and all this good stuff that we need. So I tested it out because I was like, I need to know how this works. So I took the berries off one, I dug it up, I replanted it, refertilized it, and it does grow. So you can do it more than once. My advice for the hounds and stuff too is just like have a spear, have a football helmet maybe if you can manage to make one early game. Because you do have to have a docking engine, so it's hard to do until you get going a little bit. Build you a great big old massive base camp. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. Grow everything you need. Get everything you need. Camp close to the pigs if you can. If it's not possible, it just wasn't, let's go plant some of this stuff. It just was not possible for me this time. But, see, we already got rabbits in our things. Good. Okay, let's plant these here. It's not really going to matter because now you have to fertilize the berry bushes and you have to fertilize the grass. You do not have to fertilize these when you're growing the twigs back. These don't, and the trees don't. Let's pick this up so we can get another one. And we also want to keep 2 live ones so that we can make rabbit earmuffs for the winter. But I have noticed too that if you have a thermal stone, and I've also noticed that because we need these for the food right now, that if you have a football helmet on in the winter, it kind of protects you from the elements, so you might not need one of those so bad. Put these up, and you got meat. Now this, no, I don't suggest it, but we're going to keep it. And the best thing about this is if we see a pig, we can give it to the pig, or we can just use it for fertilizer. Hang on, let's see if we got any rot in this one. Oh, we do. Okay, we can go ahead and plant these bushes in this grass then. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. So this is something that I learned. Like I said, when I started streaming, I learned a lot of things from other people who have played the game for like a long time. But you can use this rot to fertilize with. So like when you get something like food or something that's close, sometimes don't get rid of it. Know what I mean? Just keep it so that you can use it for that. And then the beefalo are not such an issue, you know. Like it's good if you can find them, but if you can't, then they're not such a big issue. We're going to make another rabbit trap if we can. And we're going to go up and get all that stuff. The next thing we need to do is start maybe getting more food, more grass, more wood. We may not get a handbat, and we might not get it till later game because I don't see any raccoons, and right now I just need to keep gathering stuff. I think that we do need to go after these bees, unfortunately, though, and get them out of here. So we might have to do that next. But we're just going to keep doing things. The more stuff you have in your camp, the better off you're going to be. The more food, trees, plant your grass, plant your twigs. It's a shame that you can't do this with, like make yourself a little rock garden on here. But you can't. But I will have to say that I don't know, once you get past a certain point in the game, if that's as important, you know what I mean? But it would still be nice if they would give you the option. There are certain resources that are just important, like your wood, your grass, twigs, flint. So your rocks are important, I guess, because of the flint, for tools. But now, if we can't get back to the beefalo, we got the rot, so we'll be good to go. See, that one's already got berries on it. And this is just building yourself a place to be in the winter, and maybe not. If we see the penguins, then we build a fence to keep them out, so it doesn't happen to us again. I didn't know they were quite that. I mean, I knew, I guess, but if you want to make a farm, then you need manure for the farm, I think. I don't think you can use... Let's go look at it. So we might have to go get the beefalo one more time. But farms in the winter don't really grow. So there's your basic farm. You need grass, manure, and wood. In your improved farm, you need grass, manure, and stone. You can build a bee box. You can store your own bees. Drying rack for your meats. And a crock pot to cook. And an ice box to keep it from going bad. So there's a lot of things that you can do. And that's why the science machines and the alchemy engines are so important. Because you can't do it without them. Now, some people, when they make their alchemy engine, they get rid of their science machine. I don't do that. You can if you want to. I'm not telling you not to if that's what you want to do. But I don't. I just keep them both. I always did. I didn't even know you could do that until, like I said, some of these guys that were on stream with me when I first started playing really taught me a lot. Because, like I said, not an expert here, just like to play it for fun. And I didn't have any idea that you could do certain things until, I didn't know anything about the hand bats, the football helmets, nothing. I didn't know. And one guy said, you need a football helmet. I'm like, what is that? And so, I spent all this time learning about, okay, you need the pigskin to make the hand bats and the football helmets. And you need meat to make the hand bats. You can't make the hand bats without meat. And then someone told me about, use your rot to fertilize, or you fertilize stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. So it's so fun to learn about games. If you just pay attention, you can play with some people who can teach you some really neat things. So it's kind of cool. Okay, let's go back out and let's... food, I think, is going to be the most important thing here. And... we got enough rocks. We got enough flint and twigs. Let's do grass and let's do wood. Let's dig up some more bushes. We got plenty of rot to use, though. And it works. You want to grow your own grass back, because then, you know, you can use it for like rabbit traps. And then also you can use it if you're out, you know, just walking around and you need to build a fire. Ooh, the pigs are over there. Check them out. So never a bad thing. I'm gonna plant some more berry bushes. It's just good to do, because then, you know, say you know, you're stuck in camp, or then, you know, it doesn't seem like the end of the world. You're like, oh, okay, I've got some berries over here. I can just, and grass, you know. So, and I like now, like I said, this game has went through an update, it appears to me, which I know it did. And I like now that your rabbit trap stays on the ground instead of going into your pocket. I really like that. They used to go back into your pocket, and you had to, like, if it was too full, you couldn't pick it back up. And so this is really nice now. Let's see, do we need fertilizer for anything else? I like that everything in this game has a purpose. So, like, even though the food goes bad and you can't eat it, it still has a purpose, right? Because you can use it to fertilize. So that's kind of nice. That's why you want rabbit traps, so you can have more food. They do work in the winter. However, I don't know that they work as good in the winter. We're going to make another one for over here. So my suggestion is, like, do it in the, you know, autumn, whatever. Because in the winter, everything slows down. That's why, because it's a harsh season. So you don't get a lot of other stuff. So just make sure that you're doing it, like, you start in the autumn, make sure you know that you're doing everything you can to prep. If you prep good for winter and the autumn, there's no even real reason for you to leave your camp. To be totally honest with you, you could stay in your camp if you prep well enough. But sometimes that's not always a thing either, because you need to find flowers and things, because your mind kind of, so it's not always possible. But if you build it right and your mind seems okay and things are going all right, then you can stay in that camp. So that's why I learned that the first time I made it through winter, because I built the camp real good. That first time I made it through winter I was so excited. And because I had built the base camp so good and stayed on my toes with it, and I made it. And I thought, there's something to this, so I did it again. I've made it through winter a couple of times, actually. I really have. I just can't seem to make it through winter on camera right now. I don't know why. I will have to stop doing silly things, I think. Oh, we're going to get rid of these lumpy evergreen trees before they turn into something else. And we're not going to use, well, we can use the wood, but well, we don't want to do that. But we don't want to use the pine cones and replant them. So if we get a pine cone, we're leaving it. So I'm going to watch and make sure. getting dark. Any trees that don't make it, you can just do this with it. It'll get rid of it. And if you have a shovel, you can dig it up like this. And then you can replant a new one. You can potentially have trees all the way around the camp if you wanted. And you would never, like, it's important to replant them. That way, if you run out of wood out here, you know, you got wood here. It's important to, like, I never really thought about it. But it is important to keep doing all you can while you have the light. It just gets you that much more ahead, you know. The rabbit traps are so good because, like, when you catch them, it's like meat, you know. So, too bad you can't use that for a hand bat, but you can't, so. Alright. We'll play through at least one more day, see where we can get, and then we'll wrap this episode up. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me while I play Don't Starve. It's, like I said, it's one of my favorite games. And I want to ask you to please like, comment, subscribe, and share. That's me and the channel continue to grow. I will be grateful. Shout out to all my regulars that watch me on a regular basis. You guys are great. Welcome into any new subscribers watching today. We appreciate you subbing. Like I said, it helps us and the channel continue to grow. Shout out to any fellow content creators watching. Thank you guys for your love and your support. I appreciate it. We're just going to play through one more day. So let me think about what we need the most. Let's see if we can find more manure because we're running out of rot, really. And also, let's see if we can find cocoons. But we'll have to be back to camp because I like to save the game in camp. Okay, now let's look where we're going. So we pushed down and we found something else. So maybe if we go this way and push it down, we'll find something else down here. So let's do that. Let's go this way. Now that's not going to be close to that. Let me see. No, they're over there. Okay. We don't want to get in a snarl. Do we need the food? Okay, let's grab it. I do recommend the football helmets. I do recommend the hand bats. I know there's other armor and weapons in this game. Exciting to me is, like, when I played, there's several DLCs to this game, so this is not the only one, Reign of Giants. There's Shipwrecked, Hamlet. I played Shipwrecked last summer, and it's a lot of fun. And we might explore it here, but we're going to do this first. I found, like, this really cool weapon. And also on Shipwrecked, you do have the opportunity to somehow there's a portal and you can come back to here somehow. Oh, a top hat. We found a top hat, guys. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this works. This will help you with your sanity. So that little arrow, instead of pointing up now, will point, or instead of pointing down, will point up now. That was a good find. We'll wear it for a while. You know what? We'll save that for winter. We'll save it for the winter. Now you can... Ooh, maybe there's cocoons over here. Reckon? Because they live in this environment. Okay. Let's get the spear ready. If there is, we're going to get as many as we can. And we might even just... Oh, there's the pigs. We found them. There's the cocoons. There they are. Now remember, you want to be careful of them. But this is your key to a hen bat and food if you need it potentially. They usually live in these areas. I need to look up all the biomes again. I used to know the names of them all. Where we made our campus, the savannah, there's the swamp. I know they call these all these particular ones something. Let's see if we can find another one or two. I knew what I was looking for, I just never had found it. Cool. We got lucky. We could do the spiders, but I'd rather wait. And anything with this thing at the top has got those ugly spiders in it. You don't want no part of that, so. Oh, there's the Pig King. There he is. We're really not far from the Pig King. Now, if you have monster meat and they say it's time for food, you can feed the pigs and they'll help you out. There's another one. We need it. Let's go get it. They live in these kind of biomes. And so... No. Where'd the meat go? Yeah, no. No. I'm not after you, buddy. Just stay still. I'm looking for meat. You gotta be quick, because if the pigs see it, they'll take it, so. Okay, we're good. Because they like food, and they'll take your food. We're really not planning on using it as food. I mean, we can, but. I mean, if it gets where we absolutely have to have it, we can use it for that, but. I really want to use it for. Hand bats. We could just stand around and down in here and look for them. But if you see one, just be really cautious about where you're swinging. Okay. Now we got the gears before. Are there gears here? He's just gonna sleep. What's this? Maybe the pigs will help us. Or the pigs help us. Crap. Okay, it's dark. If the pigs do help us, we'll have to come back. It won't chase you real far. Just know your limits. And they've got light so you can get up here a little bit and get away from it. The pigs have light in their house. Okay, so let's do it here. No, we're good. Those are spiders. But I don't think they'll come down here. But we'll go ahead and go here. No, that's not what we want to do. Because we don't want to build another one of those. We just want a small campfire. We'll go back down and see what happened down there. Gears or what. The next time. Because when we get to daylight, we're going to wrap this up. We don't want the videos. I try not to make my videos too over long. Let's just toast these up. Now, we don't want to cook that other meat because if we can manage to get more, we want to make a ham bat with it. We're going to wrap it up right here. And I'm going to say, once again, thank you for watching. We appreciate you here at the Adventure Maniac channel. All the love and support I have received over here has been really great. We'll make a hammer. Well, we have a hammer. So thank you very much for that. We appreciate it. We hope that you're enjoying all the games that we're playing. We're playing Don't Starve and Grounded, Little Nightmares, Dinkum. Infinity Nikki is coming to the channel too. We're moving it over here. So there's going to be a lot of exciting things going on the AdventureManiac channel this summer. We might even have a few Sunday Fun Days over here. Sunday Fun Day streams. And we always have the Hump Day double feature on Wednesdays and the Friday night mashup on Fridays. So let's wrap it up right here. And the next time we can see what we got. So thank you so much once again for joining me. I appreciate you. Please, like I said, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps me and this channel continue to grow. If you're interested in the cozy side of things and you like cozy games like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, Sugar Dew Island, things like that, I also have a cozy side, the Crossing Maniac channel, if you would be interested in checking it out. That one I started over, oh my gosh, almost 2 years ago now. So, and then this one I just recently started. So, kind of separate my adventure from my cozy kind of thing. Okay, that's it. I want you guys to have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next one, crew. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.